Hey guys, this is Ray from PhoneArena and you're watching our video preview of the Samsung ATIV S Neo. So this phone is destined to grace Sprint's late summer lineup and it will kind of serve to fill a gap in the carrier's portfolio, considering the obvious absence of Windows phones there. The ATIV S Neo isn't really a new device, it seems to be the US version of Samsung's current Windows Phone 8 flagship, the ATIV S. In that line of thoughts, Windows Phone users may be disappointed by the lack of new features in the ATIV S Neo. There are no shocks in the design department. The Samsung ATIV S Neo is incredibly similar to the ATIV S in terms of external appearance, which is to say that it's decent. The bad news is that the ATIV S Neo seems to have lost the fancy back cover design of the ATIV S, replacing it with a far more generic looking one instead. The handset is made of glossy plastic, which has proven to make handling the phone quite convenient. The handset is on the bulkier side, but button placement is very appropriate, meaning that users won't have any trouble reaching any of the keys around the sides of the device. Carrying its habits over from Android, Samsung has installed a large 4.8-inch display on the ATIV S Neo, same as on the international ATIV S. Resolution is 720 by 1280 pixels, which guarantees a high pixel density of 306 ppi. Unfortunately, we can't offer any conclusive thoughts here, seeing that we're dealing with an early version of the phone which may not accurately represent the retail product's qualities. As you can expect from a Windows Phone 8 device, the UI is exactly the same as on any other Windows Phone 8 handset out there, with phone makers given the option to differentiate by providing exclusive applications or other extra functionality that's absent on the competing devices. In this case, with the Samsung ATIV S Neo, we have things like ATIV Beam, Chat On, and Manga Camera. The 4.8-inch screen provides ample space for a comfortable typing experience, and the generous real estate, combined with the great design of the virtual QWERTY keyboard in Windows Phone 8, is a dream come true for any US teen who's serious about texting and or social networking. There's one thing though that we don't like, and that's the fact that the landscape keyboard doesn't take up the full screen width like this. So as you can see, there's some empty space here on the left and some buttons here on the right. Not that this is such a problem, but we feel like that a bit too much space is being wasted here. Of course, the Samsung ATIV S has the latest Internet Explorer preloaded, and as far as we can tell, this is an excellent web browser. It may not be as fast as some of its competition, but overall it does a perfect job of rendering your pages, inflating your text size, and so on and so forth. So everything works really well with this browser. Of course, it doesn't have Flash, but then again, Android no longer supports Flash too, so you're not actually missing on something. The Samsung ATIV S Neo features a dual-core Snapdragon chipset clocked at 1.4 GHz, which isn't really an upgrade over what the ATIV S provides. Still, we're sure that the ATIV S Neo will be just as responsive and snappy as its international counterpart. With a gigabyte of RAM, the ATIV S Neo is perfectly capable of running each and every Windows Phone 8 app flawlessly, including the new Halo Spartan Assault. Meanwhile, though, internal storage is set at 8 GB, but if that's not enough, then you can always expand it using a micro SD card. Windows Phone 8 devices like the Samsung ATIV S Neo come with a pretty versatile camera application that lets you tweak a bunch of things like focus mode, white balance, exposure, ISO, and more. Working with the settings is very comfortable as they are all found in the same place. However, since they are all under the same list, it would have been nice if the list itself could occupy a bigger part of the screen so as to minimize scrolling. Thanks to the hub-oriented structure of the Windows Phone 8 operating system, consumers will find it very easy to discover, purchase and enjoy various content on the ATIV S Neo. For example, the Music Plus Video Hub takes care of all your music and video and provides access to the music store. Meanwhile, the Photos application will not only hold your photos, but will also provide updates about new image uploads by your friends in social networks. Of course, the phone's sizable 4.8-inch screen is just perfect for multimedia consumption. The Samsung ATIV S Neo does stand a chance as part of Sprint's lineup, considering there are no Nokia Lumia devices there, not yet at least. Meanwhile, the HTC 8X is more of a mid-range product, so it won't necessarily compete directly with the S Neo. For now, the ATIV S Neo seems like a solid Windows Phone 8 offering that's specifically suitable for multimedia thanks to its very large screen. It won't really blow anyone away, but will do well at filling the gap in Sprint's smartphone portfolio. If you're a Sprint user who's looking to jump on the Windows Phone 8 train, this might be your chance, though it would be best if you wait for our ATIV S Neo review, as that's where we'll be able to give you our definitive opinion about the handset. Thanks for watching our video preview of the ATIV S Neo. If you'd like to learn more about it, feel free to check us out at PhoneArena.com.